Stampers! Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. I've got something kind of fun for you today. Look at this handful of cards. I don't know if you can tell, but they're all different sizes. Do you ever feel like you're in a stamping rut and all the cards look the same because they're always the same size? Well, today we're going to talk about all of the different options for making different size cards. It's kind of fun when you dig in and look at different options and you start playing around with your stamps. So we're going to go ahead and flip the camera down, and I'm going to stamp a card for you in one size that you probably don't know that Stampin' Up sells, and then we're going to take a look at all of these different sizes. So let's go ahead and flip it down. Here's my handful again. Can you see all the different sizes here? We're going to talk about all of these after we've stamped one card today. This is actually the one we're going to stamp. Now, if it looks a little bit different than a normal card size, that's because it is. This card is actually 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And look, we have envelopes. These are actually the Memories and More cards. It's kind of a little hidden treasure in the catalog. We sell these to go along with the Memories and More cards, but they're also perfect for card making, just to give you a little bit bigger card. They're made out of our thick Whisper White, and it's our nice envelopes with that same nice smooth finish that we're used to, and it's just kind of fun to have something different. So I'm going to stamp this card because I've got some tricks to show you, and then we're going to look at all the other ones. Now, we're using abstract impressions. This is a fun 3-step stamp because we're going to make these flowers using all 3 steps. Fun stamp set because you can really use it in any colors that you want. I tried to make mine a little bit fall looking by my color choice, but if you check the description of the video, it'll take you to another video and blog post that I did a while back that's a very springy looking card using the same stamp set. So let's set that aside, and I have my card here, and like I said, this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 and the coordinating envelope. Now, since this is a 3-step stamp, you know, some people like to use a different color ink pad for each stamp. You know what? My simplistic brain would get that so confused. So I like to just use one stamp set. So we're going to start out by making our larger flowers in the Mary Merlot, and I like to go more bold to the more detailed. So this is my 1, 2, and 3. Well, 1 needs to be lighter, a little bit darker, and then the darkest. So to accomplish that, I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp on scrap paper 2 times. 1, 2, and then on my card. Same thing. Ink it up again. 1, 2, and on my card. Now you'll notice as I'm stamping, I'm twisting my card a little bit because I want these flowers to they'll appear differently just by twisting. And I could twist my stamp, but it's easier to twist my cardstock. But if I was to stamp all 3 of these, you know, exactly the same, they'd look exactly the same. And you know, when you look at flowers out in nature, they don't. So this will give the appearance that they're different. Now we'll take the next one. This one needs to be a little bit darker. So we're only going to stamp on our scrap paper once. So scrap paper and on top. Now I have found there is not a perfect placement, or if there is, I haven't figured it out and it's too difficult. I think it looks great no matter how these fall because it's kind of, you know, abstract like the stamp set name implies. And then the final one, we're going to go on top straight from the ink pad. You can see how much depth you get in these flowers now from having the 3 different shades of the same ink pad. Way easier than using 3 different ink pads. So let's set Mary Merlot aside, and we will grab Shaded Spruce, and we'll grab our 2 pieces that make up the leaf for the larger flower. And again, the bold one's going to go first. We want it lighter, so we're going to go on scrap paper and then onto our card, and I'm going to stamp it a second time. So really, we've got 3 shades going here. Ink it up, scrap paper, and card. Ink it up, scrap paper, and sometimes I'll put 2 together. Sometimes I'll just do a single one, but just make sure your first one is always going on that scrap paper first. Let's put another one right there. I'm just sticking these on there randomly. The next piece, straight off that same green and on top, and look at the different shades we're getting. Now here, since I have 2 shades already, we're going to go 1, 2. So the darker to the lighter. So we'll go like so. And we'll come up here and we'll go that one and that one. So there's our larger flower. Now this also has a smaller flower that consists of 2 pieces. And on some of the cards I think I have to show you, I use Mango Melody for both of them. So I went the bold one, scrap paper, and then the card, and then straight off the pad for this one. But what I've also done, I like to mix my colors a little bit on this one. So we're gonna go Mango Melody full strength, okay, onto our card. So we're just gonna kind of fill in randomly. And again, notice how I'm turning, oh, that one didn't even stamp all the way. Let's do another one there. I'm turning my cardstock. So all of these flowers appear to be going in different directions. Then let's switch to Merry Melody, and we're gonna take the detailed part of this and stamp right on top. Now again, spin it around. I'm not worried about a perfect placement, okay, because I think it looks good no matter where you end up putting it. And then there is a smaller leaf that goes with this one, and there's 2 pieces, and you can really do these 2 in either order, but I like the one that was a little bit bigger, even though it's a little bit more detailed. I like that one lighter, so we'll go scrap paper, and then we'll do the leaf. So let's just randomly put these. Again, just spin your cardstock, get your leaves going in different directions here. And then the little one, which it actually kind of fills in your image a little bit, we're gonna go straight off the ink pad on this one. And again, I'm not worrying about it being perfectly lined up. Okay, that's the beauty of a more abstract look. And there we go. There are all of our flowers on there. Now I have taken one of the greetings from the stamp set, There's So Much to Love About You, stamped it on a scrap piece in just basic black. And I'm going to use a little piece of our burlap ribbon. I thought I would show you my easy trick for adhering this. I love this ribbon. I don't like to use it to tie bows. It's hard to tie bows and then it becomes really bulky, but it adds a great dimension to your card. So I like to just take a piece and we're gonna have it stick out partway there, bend it this way, and then bend it that way. So we're gonna stick it underneath like that. Go ahead and trim it off with the scissors. And then I'm gonna just take my Scotch tape. Oops, that popped off. Probably should have gotten the Scotch tape first here. We're gonna stick it out here, okay, and then bend it. And make sure when you bend it, you're not twisting it because you don't want a big old lump in it. And then you can go ahead and flip it over and use your Scotch tape to just tape it down like so. And then you can go ahead and just adhere this onto your card using dimensionals. So let me grab the dimensionals. I don't know why these aren't always sitting at my table here. Probably because I use them all the time and I'm all over my room half the time when I'm stamping. So we're gonna go ahead and put the dimensionals on there and then peel off that backing piece. And this card should still be flat enough to be able to send it through the mail, you know, without all that added bulk. Don't do it upside down, and we'll just stick that on our card like so. And there's the front of our card. Now, let's go ahead and move, I think we'll move our stamping surface here. Let's go ahead and look at all the different sizes I made. Now they're all stamped virtually the same, but I just wanted to play around with different card sizes. So again, here's our one that is actually the Memories and More card. So it does come cards and envelopes, and it's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I did stamp the inside. Okay, here's our same flowers, another greeting from the stamp set. And then, as always, don't forget to stamp your envelope. So there is that size card. The next one that I want to show you is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is another Memories and More card. So it's made to go with the smaller size Memories and More. But again, you get the cards and envelopes together in a pack. It's the nice heavy Whisper White, so you don't have to do a lot of layers. And for this one, I thought I would make it super simple. Stamp some flowers, stamp a greeting on it. This is perfect to include with a gift, give it to a coworker, set it on the desk. I don't believe these can go through the mail like this though, but it's a fun size, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now here's the normal size envelope that you're used to, and this is where we always make our cards 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I did something fun in this one. I actually made a square card. I love square cards. We don't have square envelopes, and when you make a card in a larger size square envelope, you actually have to pay additional postage on it. So my solution is to make a card that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, so it's still square, And it fits in that regular medium-sized envelope that we're used to using, and no additional postage required. So I just cut my cardstock. It's 8.5 by 4 1/4, and there's my card. This one I did add a couple layers on it. Now I will have down in the description a link that'll take you to all the information for all of these cards. So it'll tell you the size of each card and also how I cut the additional pieces on the ones that I did do some layering. And there's my envelope. Now these little guys are cute. The cards are actually 4.5 by 2.5. This is another little set of note cards that Stampin' Up! Sells in the catalog. They come with our nice smooth envelopes along with the card. Okay, that's again heavy cardstock, so you don't have to do a lot of layering if you don't want to. You can just go ahead and stamp real simply. Now this is a different flower that is in that same abstract impression stamp set. And we just stamped the inside. Look at that. I put a gift card in there. I thought this was the perfect size to make a little gift card envelope. I didn't do anything at all fancy. I actually just put glue dots underneath my gift card and stuck it right on there to the card. It holds perfectly. It'll pull off perfectly. And we got the nice little gift card holder. And then here's another one that I made. Again, I was just playing around trying to use different stamps, set it up a little bit different. Great little insert to go with a gift, or, you know, send with one of your kids. Just a little pick-me-up card. So that is the 4.5 by 2.5 size. Now these have been around for a while. It's a 3 by 3 square. Now we only sell the envelopes. You just cut your own cardstock, so it's just a 3 by 6 piece. Great size again as a gift enclosure. You'll notice on almost all of these, I stamped them simple. You know, sometimes I think we get so hung up on having to have so many layers and have all the embellishments and all the ribbon. I thought, nope, we're going to just keep these super simple for you. Now, before we have those, see, I have so many to share with you. Okay, this one here is our 5 by 3.5 size. I like to call these thank you card size. You know, when you get a wedding thank you card or something, this is the typical size of it. 5 by 3.5. You can mail these. They do come in both Whisper White and Very Vanilla. You get the cards and envelopes. Again, heavy cardstock, so you don't have to layer. You know, perfect for making those thank you cards or any other card you want to send just a little pick-me-up to someone. So there's the Whisper White and the Very Vanilla. So I just stamped them differently. This one I mixed the Mango Melody along with the Merry Merlot, just like I did on the smaller flowers. I thought that made a really pretty flower. So there's those. And then this is just another one of those. I don't have an envelope for this one, but to show if you want to layer just a little bit, all I did was punch out the words, put a little piece of the burlap behind it, and you know, it really does change the card. I mean, this is great though, but if you want to up it a little bit, you can go this way. Now, the last two I have to share with you, I'm kind of super excited about because I don't think a lot of people think to make cards this size. This is actually a 3.5 by 6 envelope. All it is the basic letter envelope. I guess, do they call this size letter envelope? I don't know. But it's the one you get, you know, in the box at office supply store. It is seriously just a regular envelope. So I just cut my cardstock 6 by 7 to make my own card, you know, because obviously we don't sell these, so I just had to make the right size card. So the finished card is 3.5 by 6. I did add a layer. You know, I wanted to dress this one up just a little bit to do something a little bit differently. Stamp the inside, stamp the envelope, and that's just a fun different size card that you can make. And our giant card. This is just a legal size envelope. We all have these around the house, so why not cut your cardstock to make this side card? Kind of reminds me of a kid. I don't know if they're still around, but I can remember like in the grocery stores and the gas stations, they always had those racks of cards you could buy. And this was the size they were. They were usually like, you know, the really funny ones. And this was the size. So anyway, 4 by 9 1/4 is our size. You know, you wouldn't have to have the security ones. That's just what I happen to have inside. But look at how fun it looks big. I did a couple layers on here just because it was so big and I thought my flowers would get lost if I didn't. But otherwise it's stamped super simple. I stamped the inside of it. We stamped our envelope. And what a fun size to get in the mail. Well, have you ever made a card this size? Have you ever thought about making one this size and just using those regular old office envelopes you have? I hope today's video just kind of gave you a little bit of an insight into ways to make different size cards. What's your favorite size? You know, I was going to say, what's your size? I thought someone might get offended by that. But what's the size card that you've never tried making and maybe you'll try making now? Like I said, I will have all the details. Check the description and you'll be able to get the recipes and everything so you know exactly what size I cut to fit these odd size envelopes that you have laying around your house, along with a list of all the products I use. This Abstract Impressions really is a fun stamp set, and you can use it in any color. It's got beautiful big bold words. It's one of those that I think you'll get a lot of use out of. So if you have any questions, make sure to ask. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be that person. Let me know if you need a catalog. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I specialize in quick and easy cards, and I love to teach you to make quick and easy cards. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. We have lots of quick and easy stamping coming your way. Usually 3 times a week I have something fun to share with you, and you don't want to miss anything. And share with your friends. I appreciate it when you share with your friends and give me a thumbs up. So that's it, guys. I gotta get back to stamping. So have a stamp happy day.